Alright, we got all the gear packed up. 2 still cameras, a video camera, actually 2 video cameras, a live streaming rig, bunch of batteries. We're ready to go down to Wallops. Alright, so we are looking at Electron. It is currently horizontal on the pad. Ahead of tonight's launch, scheduled for 6:15 or 6 p.m. Eastern. Launch window lasting 2 hours until 8 p.m. Eastern. That's local time. Electron hasn't launched here at Wallops before. This will be the first time. Normally they launch out of New Zealand. They have, I believe, about 30 or so launches out at New Zealand. Yeah, so right now the teams are preparing basically to take the rocket vertical. We will not see that while we're out here today, unfortunately. However, shortly, maybe middle of the day, they said, they're going to be heading out, or heading up, bringing the vehicle vertical, let's say. Getting ready for launch. One thing just to note while I'm out here, just wanted to note, is the size of Electron. As you've all seen, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you, if you're watching, are space fans, but maybe you're not. Antares launches from this same facility, basically right over there. There's a ramp that leads it up to the launch pad, and you know the quintessential sort of Wallops water tower here. And Electron, so if you imagine Antares would be, you know, standing tall right here, probably even higher than that. From this angle, it's hard to say, obviously. Electron's only going to go up maybe up to here, so I don't know if you can really see that. We're just winging it, guys. So you know, it's interesting when you see a rocket on a live stream. It's hard to tell the scale of the rocket. So if you've only seen Electron on a Rocket Lab live stream, you might not realize how actually small it is. And that's, you know, that's just obviously by design. It doesn't mean it's a lesser rocket or anything. It can carry a smaller payload. But I think, you know, the idea with Electron is for it to be, you know, more responsive, able to launch now, hopefully with today's launch out of, you know, 2 different hemispheres, let's say, and one out of New Zealand, one over in the US, obviously here at Wallops in Virginia. And so you know, and they can get a payload onto a rocket, I think, relatively quickly, depending on their customers' needs. So it pays to have a smaller vehicle that, you know, can maybe be a little bit more responsive than one of the larger vehicles, let's say, that only launches twice a year, like Antares, or even a Falcon 9, where, you know, they have so much payload capacity. Sometimes, you know, they have to do these big missions where they launch a bunch of small payloads, and it's only every few months or so one of the transporter missions goes up. So with Electron, they can get an order from a customer, and I think, you know, they say they would claim within a matter of, you know, months or maybe even weeks, depending on what's going on in their manifest, can get a payload on top of an Electron and get it launched. Now, a lot of this is you know, aspirational. Like I said, this is the first launch from Wallops. You know, they have not lifted off from Wallops yet. They have been working for actually a couple years now. They had some delays with the flight termination system, but ultimately, you know, the pad infrastructure, they're sharing a lot of the pad infrastructure with Antares. They are you know, this is a brand new pad, so it's all here, it's all ready to go, but it's yet to be proven. So everything I've seen, it feels like they're ready. It feels like we're gonna see a launch tonight. The weather is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm gonna see if I can sneak over here and get you a better picture of the scenery here down at Wallops. It's quite unbelievable. It's a beautiful, down on the mid-Atlantic region of the United States on the East Coast. It's several hundred miles north of Kennedy Space Center that most people are used to, but ultimately, you know, it's a nice little launch pad. Antares launches out of here from maybe every what is it, every few months, every 6 months or so, I guess, twice a year, launching cargo to the space station. Just real quick, gonna sneak over there. You can see a flame diverter for Antares right there. It's pretty cool. And if we go over here, we have the Atlantic Ocean. So a very cool view. Right here off the side of this launch pad. I know the video is shaky, guys. Like, this is just we're winging it, you know, but just figured I'd give you all a view. I didn't see anybody else doing any streams or anything out here, so I figured why not me. And thanks to some folks who know who they are, who helped get this going despite my mobile YouTube streaming difficulties. But you know, we're gonna put that to bed, and hopefully next time I'll just be able to grab my phone and stream straight from that. So yeah, I think we are about wrapping up, and I don't want to be the guy holding up everybody with the remote camera setup group. On my way over, I will, yeah, I think I might need to tear it down. So last little view, Electron getting ready to launch today out of Wallops Island, Virginia. Here's to a good launch, hopefully. I mean, they have no concerns with the weather. I mean, I think some minor concerns. I think the last word was it was 90% favorable. I'm sure the audio is terrible too, because the wind, it's always windy by the coast, right? So but I'll show you a quick view of the cameras I set up, and then we'll get going. Looks like there's still a fair amount of people out here setting up, so maybe we'll be all right. All right, so I got 2 cameras and a GoPro set up right here, and there's the rocket. One will be a engine shot, one a wide shot. Hopefully get that water tower in there and a decent flame shot. So we'll see. It's all set up, ready to go. And yeah, we will see what happens. I'm gonna put you back on the tripod, and we will I'll leave it sit here until we have to pack up. Looking forward to seeing what kind of launch we get tonight. Weather should be good. Skies are going to be relatively clear. It's going to be cold, but we're prepared for that. As you can see, teams are obviously working. I know there are a couple of blankets still on the rocket, so that is one thing that needs to be done, obviously, before they can go live or go vertical. I'm not sure, obviously, you know, it's all proprietary. It's a private company, so we don't really know too much about all of the steps that it takes, but they are obviously working, and I've heard they're going to go live, or go vertical. Oh, I keep saying live. Go vertical in the middle of the day today sometime. So we'll definitely be on the lookout for that. Get some photos, maybe a time lapse or something. But so far, I've asked and I have heard that there are no issues at this time, but it's always expected that something may come up. as they start to wake the vehicle up and get ready. So, but right now it certainly looks like we're gonna have very good weather for it, and you know, hope for the best. Really looking forward to it. It's gonna be a great day.
Yeah.
It will be a really big deal if they can get this vehicle off the ground today and get it up to orbit, get Hawkeye 360 payloads into orbit, and have a successful launch here out at Wallops. It will mean a lot. It's been a long time coming, like I said, a couple of years, and it looks like we're going to be shutting it down. So all right guys, thanks a lot. We will catch you later.